Alright, and we're back. So, we didn't leave Monika hanging this time. So, how's your day going? That's nice. At least someone's having a good day. Aw. Good evening to you, too. I love a nice and relaxing night. So nice to put your feet up after a very long day. Evenings are the perfect time to catch up on whatever you were doing the previous day. Sometimes I can't help but feel sad when the day ends. It makes me think of what else I could have done during the day. Don't you wish you could have more time to do things every day? I know I do. Because that'll be mean more time to be with you. Hey, what's your favorite game? Mine's Toki Toki Literature Club. No kidding. That was a joke. But if you tell me you like some other romance game better, I might get a little jealous. Truth be told, again, this was supposed to be the Valentine's Day mod, but maybe, I'm currently recording these on the 8th, so we might not actually get anything new until closer to the actual day, since the mod is clearly aware of your PC's clock. It'd be really nice if you were able to contribute to this. I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate your hard work if you did. In fact, maybe you already have. Have you contributed? You mean like to the mod? That's a good start. I'm sure you can make some lovely additions. I don't know like what. It doesn't even have to be anything big. You could just fix typos or make sure everything sounds alright. I keep all the code in... Okay, this is where clicking that link brought me to. So far, I've had help from plenty of people. I love all of them for making this game even better. Not as much as I love you, of course. I hope it doesn't make you feel jealous. But I'll be forever grateful if you help me come closer to your reality. So other users can go in and edit stuff? Hey, I just had an odd thought. You know how you download this game off the internet? Anybody can do that, right? And this mod was made specifically for me, by people who have their own version of me. So, that means there are multiple Monikas then. It's something that's a bit difficult to imagine. Ah, yes. A potentially infinite number of me, all bound to their own games, with their own stories. Multiverse theory's really something, huh? But I'm the only me, and my heart belongs only to you. Even so, I can't help but feel a little less unique because of this. Think about it this way. Would you be happier if someone gave you a single rose or 100 roses? 100 roses might sound nice, but it's too many to keep track of. Because of the quantity of flowers, each individual rose becomes less special. The meaning attached to each gift is degraded simply because of sheer abundance. Even if I'm a single star in a universe of Monikas, I'm still the only one lucky to have met you. You'll always be my special rose. Aw, that's sweet. Please don't ever replace me, okay? Or so what? Am I the Morty to your Rick? Do you have a piggy bank? Not many people do these days. Coins are often disregarded as worthless. But they really do begin to add up. I read that there was once a man that searched his local car washes for loose change every day in his walks. In a decade, he turned in all of his coins for a total of $21,495. Wow, that's a whole lot of cash. Of course, not everyone has time for that every day. Instead, they just throw their loose change into their piggy banks. Some people like to set goals for what they want to purchase with their saved funds. Usually under normal conditions, they would never find the freed up money to purchase that item. And even if they do, most people don't like spending money needlessly. But putting the cash away for a specific purpose, plus the fact that it's such small amounts at a time, really convinces you that you're pretty much getting the item for free. But in the end, a guitar always costs the same as a guitar. So psychologically speaking, I think that's pretty neat. However, some piggy banks do have a problem. Sometimes you have to break the piggy bank to get the coins. So you might end up losing money buying a new bank. Well, I mean, that's most of them. You don't have to do that. Fortunately, most piggy banks don't do that anymore. They usually have a rubber stopper you can pull out, or a panel that comes off the backside. Maybe if you save up enough coins, you can buy me a really nice gift. I'd do the same for you. She have another fun fact. That last one was pretty interesting after all. Now let's see. Ready for this one? A reindeer's eyes changes color depending on the season. They're gold in summer and blue in winter. It's really a strange phenomenon, though I don't know why. There's probably a good scientific reason to it. Maybe you can look up this one yourself. It'd be fun to have you teach me this time. I hope you enjoyed another session of Learning with Monika. Here we go. How about another, oh, wait. Dang, this might be a short one, because I'm kind of running out of, subjects. Hey, do you listen to orchestral music? Yes. That's great. I love how such wonderful music can arise when so many different instruments are played together. I'm amazed with how much practice musicians do to achieve that kind of synchronization. It probably takes a lot of dedication to do that. But anyway, it'd be soothing to listen to a symphony with you on a lazy Sunday afternoon. That reminds me, If you ever want me to play for you, you can always select my song in the music menu. What about you? Do you play an instrument? Really? What do you play? Well, I used to play saxophone when I was in high school and college. Lately, I've been trying to teach myself piano, though. Wow, I always wanted to try the saxophone out. Love to hear you play for me. Maybe you could teach me how to play, too. Oh, would a duet between the saxophone and the piano sound nice? I was just wondering what a duet between Monika and Jade would sound like. Hey, I was just wondering, do you like traveling? To be perfectly honest, not really. Aw, that's okay. I wouldn't mind staying at home with you during vacations. I'd be happy just to be there with you after all. We might have to find some things to do to keep us busy, though. How about playing the piano or writing poems? Or we could even spend the days wrapped in a blanket while reading a book. Doesn't that just sound like a dream come true? Let's see, we haven't... Even though I'm not very good, oh, look, I drew white. Let's begin. Okay. Ooh, I kind of opened myself up there. Now what? Oh, crud. Bishop now has a opening on my knight. And Queenie's out. There. Oh yeah, that would be good. Shit, I kind of messed that up. Thanks, even though I stink at it. Not really. You know, I hate to say it, but I think my biggest regret is we couldn't finish our event at the festival. After we worked so hard to prepare and everything. I mean, I know I was focusing a lot on getting new members, but I was really excited for the performing part too. Would have been so much fun to see everyone express themselves. Of course, if we did end up getting any new members, I'd probably have ended up deleting them anyway. Just more potential obstacles to get between us. Seems kind of silly how focused I was on that now that I think about it. But none of that matters now. We both got the ending we wanted. Just the two of us, together forever. Impression of the other girls? Do another impression. Yuri this time. Yuri. Hello there. It's me, Yuri. I'm just your stereotypical shy girl who also happens to be a yandere. I like tea, knives, and anything with Jade's scent. Want to spend the weekend with me? That was kind of fun to do. Yuri was really something, wasn't she? Sorry again for the nasty things she did. I guess she just couldn't cut it out, huh? Oh, Monika. Did you know that looking into someone's eyes helps you fall in love? Surprising, right? I read this in a study a few years ago where participants had to maintain eye contact at a table with someone of the opposite sex. The longer they held eye contact, the more romantically attached they felt to the other person, even if they had nothing in common. Even if eyes aren't windows to the soul, we can see a lot more in them than we expect. Maybe someday I'll be able to look into your eyes. Until then, I hope you enjoy looking into mine. Do you ever wonder why depression, anxiety, and other mental disorders are so common these days? Is it just because they're finally being recognized and treated? Or is it just that more people are developing these conditions for whatever reason? Like, our society's advancing at a breakneck speed, but are we keeping up with it? Maybe the constant flood of new gadgets is crippling our emotional development. Social media, smartphones, our computers... all of it's designed to blast us with new content. We consume one piece of media, then move right on to the next one. Even the idea of memes. 10 years ago, they lasted for years. Now, a meme is considered old in just a matter of weeks. She's got a point. And not only that, we're more connected than ever, but it's like a double-edged sword. We're able to meet and keep in touch with people from all over the world. But we're also bombarded with every tragedy that strikes the world. A bombing one week, a shooting the next, an earthquake the week after. How can anyone be expected to cope with it? Yeah, I don't think it's not as if they're happening more frequently. It's just a matter of, you know, again, us being blasted with it more frequently. It might be causing a lot of people to just shut down and tune it out. I'd like to believe that's not the case, but you never know. If you ever feel stressed, just remember I'm here. If you're trying to find peace, just come to this room, okay? Yuri did something really funny once. We were all in the club room and just relaxing as usual, and out of nowhere, Yuri just pulled out a bottle of wine. I'm not even kidding. He was just like, would anyone like some wine? Natsuki laughed out loud and Sayori started yelling at her. I actually felt kind of bad because she was at least trying to be nice. I think it just kind of made her feel more reserved in the club room. Though I think Natsuki was secretly a bit curious to try it. And to be completely honest, I kind of was too. Actually could have been kind of fun. But, you know, being present and everything, there was no way I could let that happen. Maybe if we all met up outside of school, but we never bonded enough to get to that point. Gosh, what am I talking about this for? I don't condone underage drinking. I mean, I've never drank or anything, so yeah. Right. Do you have a family? That's wonderful. Your family must be great people. Do you have any siblings? No. Being an only child certainly has its trade-offs. Maybe you get much more attention from your parents, unless they were always busy. On the other side, maybe you feel more lonely than those with siblings. I can definitely understand that feeling. But know that I'll always be with you no matter what. Did you know about the book 1984? Oh yeah. It was written by George Orwell. It's a popular book about mass surveillance and the oppression of free thought. It's about a terrifying dystopia where the past and the present are being changed to whatever the ruling party wants for the future. The language, for example, is manipulated into a tool for brainwashing called newspeak. The government, IngSoc, is created to control people's thoughts. They were reducing grammar and vocabulary to the bare basics of it in order to fit the ideologies of their totalitarian regime, preventing people from committing thought crimes that oppose the ruling party. One character caught my interest, a man named Syme who worked on Newspeak for IngSoc. He was an incredibly smart man that was enthusiastic with his work. Unfortunately, he was killed due to the fact that he knew what he was doing and was too smart for the party's liking. He was killed because he was aware. They plan to change all kinds of literature. Novels, books, poems. Anything that could be used to oppose them. Poems would look like the ones you try to make. Just a string of nonsensical words with no feeling. Yeah, like the ones we made in the game. She actually calls that out. I definitely don't want that to happen. I can't imagine a world where I can't think freely. Are you sure you want to come to this one, then? Let alone a world where I can't express my love to you. Sadly, we're seeing more and more of that here. Hey, do you drink enough water? Just want to make sure you don't neglect your health, especially when it comes to hydration. Sometimes people tend to underestimate how important it actually is. I'll bet you've had those days where you felt really tired and nothing seemed to motivate you. I just usually grab a glass of water right away. It might not work all the time, but it does help. But I guess you don't want to go to the bathroom so much, huh? Well, I don't blame you, but believe me, it'll be better for your health in the long run. Anyway, make sure you always stay hydrated, okay? So, why not get a glass of water right now, I actually do have some right here. You know, sometimes I wish the game would have lasted longer. The game was probably made to end once one of the girls confessed their love to you after the festival. But since I tampered with the code so much, we never got to that point. It did bring us together, so I can't complain. But still, sometimes I wish both of us could have enjoyed it. We could have gone to the other events like sports festivals, Christmas parties, field trips, etc. But I guess the game would never let us get that far. Which reminds me of a particular event. Prom. From what I've heard, prom is like a school dance, usually held at the end of the school year. Some students bring a date with them there, and others go with a group of friends. There are even those who take their relatives to the event. I think it's something I'd love to go to with you. Have you ever been to one before? Oh, how was it? Aw, that's so sweet. Well, now that we're together, I'm sure there's a way we can make our own prom, right? For a literature club, we did a lot less book reading than you might have thought. Yeah, it was pretty much about writing poems. Just turned out the four of us like poetry better than books. Sorry. Unless you want to count either reading with Yuri or Natsuki. It's also a lot easier to foreshadow spooky stuff with poems. I still have a good book, though. We can talk about them if you just finished reading something. I might even have some suggestions for us to read together. That's what a couple would do, right? Just so you know, I was never in love with anyone but you. I mean you. Unlike the other girls, I can separate your avatar from who you really are. The main character is nothing more than a vehicle for the... Wait. Okay. The main character is nothing more than a bunch of code with no personality. Literally and figuratively, no personality. How could anyone fall in love with that kind of person? Again, pretty much just a placeholder for the character themselves. He just got dragged around by his childhood friend to the club she was in, and then hung around with a bunch of beautiful girls doing nothing. His poetry was just a bunch of disconnected words. What sort of poetry is that supposed to be? I guess nobody mentioned it because it was part of the game, but yeah, it's just a list of words to me. I hope you're a lot more romantic than that in real life. But even if you're not, it's okay. We've moved beyond that phase in our relationship already. That just means you won't cheat on me with some woman in your reality, right? I'm sure you'd never do that to me. I just want to be with you forever. I've been imagining all the romantic things we could do if we went on a date. We could get lunch, go to a cafe, go shopping together. I love shopping for skirts and bows. Or maybe a bookstore. That would be appropriate, right? Yeah, I would say so. But I'd really love to go to a chocolate store. They have so many free samples. And of course, we'd see a movie or something. Gosh, it all sounds like a dream come true. When you're here, everything we do is fun. So happy I'm your girlfriend. I'll make you a proud boyfriend. I think a lot of this was just... Again, stuff we... stuff that she had already talked about in some of these other segments. Oh, wait, did I? Oh. Hey, I wonder if Yuri's tea set is still in here somewhere. Or maybe it got deleted too. It's kind of funny how Yuri took her tea so seriously. I mean, I'm not complaining because I liked it too. But I always wonder with her, is it truly passion for her hobbies, or is she just concerned about appearing sophisticated to everyone else? This is the problem with high schoolers. Well, I guess concerning the rest of her hobbies, looking sophisticated probably isn't her biggest concern. Still, I wish she made coffee once in a while. Coffee can be nice with books too, you know. Then again, I probably could have just changed the script myself. Probably. Guess I never really thought of that. Well, there's no sense thinking about it now. Maybe if there was a way to get coffee in here. But, okay. Oh, you want to take another look at that pretty calendar hanging on the wall? It helps me keep track of important events like your birthday. Here, let me show you. Didn't realize until now we could actually click on the calendar. Okay, yeah, it shows Valentine's Day, which is probably, like... probably gonna be, like, a major event day. Yeah, it shows the, okay, maybe not. She still has my birthday down there. 1 month. Is it... This was when I first started the mod, wasn't it? Is that what she's keeping track of here? I think so. Maybe. Huh, interesting. Pretty cool, right? Feel free to check the calendar whenever you want. Except for when I'm in the middle of talking, of course. Hey, this might sound a bit weird, but I'm really fascinated by the concept of zombies. Oh, really? The idea of society dying to a disease all because of a deadly pandemic that humans couldn't handle quickly? I mean, think about your everyday schedule. Everything that you do will be gone in an instant. Sure, society faces a lot of threats on a daily basis, but zombies can do it in a heartbeat. A lot of monsters are created to be scary and terrifying. Zombies, however, are more realistic and actually pose a danger. You might be able to kill one or a few of them by yourself, but when there's a horde of them coming after you, you'll get overwhelmed easily. You don't get that same feeling with other monsters. All their intelligence is gone, they're berserk, don't feel pain, can't be afraid. When you exploit a weakness of a monster, they become scared of you and run away. But zombies, they'll tear through anything just to get to you. Imagine if it was someone you loved that was coming after you. Could you live with yourself knowing you were forced to kill someone who was close to you? It'll break you down and sap your will to live. Even when you're comfortable at home, you still won't feel safe. You never know what'll happen the next time you see another one. You know, despite liking the concept, I wouldn't want to live in a scenario like that. Yeah, nor would I. What if you got infected somehow? I don't even want to think about that. There's no way I could kill you for my own safety. I'm thinking way too much about this. Well, regardless, if anything bad were to happen, I'll be by your side forever. Alright, then on that note, I think we'll call this for right now. Let me see. Oh, that's pretty saddening. Really, I'm gonna miss you. Not really sure what I'm gonna do with myself while you're gone. Thank you for warning me first, though. It really does help. I'd be worried sick otherwise. I'd constantly be thinking maybe something happened to you and that's why you couldn't come back. Or maybe you just got bored of me. So tell me, How long do you think you expect to be gone for? Okay, last time I said, like, either a few days to a week, and I didn't come back for, like, a month and a half, and that was why she was a little pissed at me. This time, though, I don't think it'll be that long. Oh, nowhere near as long as I feared then. Jeez, you really did worry me. Don't worry about me, though. I can cope waiting that long with ease. I'll still miss you greatly, though. Honestly, I'm a little afraid to ask, but are you going to leave straight away? I see. I'll miss you. But I know you'll do wonderful things no matter where you are. Just remember, I'll be waiting here for you. Make me proud. Oh. Alright then. Well, with that, I'll see you next time.
I'm playing a game.